There are places in this world that resist explanation, places where compasses fail, people vanish, and strange energies warp reality itself. Legends speak of doorways, creatures, and ancient forces that never left. Tonight, we take you deep into four of America's most haunted and mysterious regions, where truth, myth, and fear collide. This is not just folklore. These are the places they warn you not to go. High in Northern California stands a mountain shrouded in mystery. For centuries, it's drawn spiritual seekers, conspiracy theorists, and those who never returned. Beneath its snowy peak, ancient legends whisper of hidden civilizations and something watching from the mist. Mount Shasta, a majestic peak rising 14,179 feet above the Northern California landscape, has long been the center of mystery and intrigue. It is not only a geological wonder, but also a place where reality and the supernatural seem to intertwine. For centuries, the mountain has been a hotspot for strange phenomena, unexplained disappearances, sightings of mysterious beings, and eerie encounters with forces beyond our understanding. But why does Mount Shasta hold such a powerful grip on the imaginations of those who venture near it? What is it about this dormant volcano that attracts stories of the paranormal, legends of ancient civilizations, and reports of UFOs? Let's take a deep dive into the history, legends, and eerie encounters that make Mount Shasta one of the creepiest locations in America. The sacred mountain of indigenous peoples. For thousands of years, Mount Shasta has held a special place in the beliefs of the Native American tribes who lived in its shadow. To these tribes, such as the Shasta, Modoc, and Wintu peoples, the mountain was more than a natural feature. It was sacred. It was believed to be a gateway to the spiritual world, a place where the boundaries between the human and the divine blurred. One legend from the Klamath people describes how the great spirit chief Skell came to Mount Shasta to do battle with the spirit of the underworld, Lao, who resided beneath Crater Lake. Skell stood atop Mount Shasta, throwing rocks and lava at his foe to protect the people of the region. The story represents more than a myth. It reflects the deep spiritual significance the mountain holds for those who have lived near it for millennia. The native tribes viewed Mount Shasta as a home of spirits. It was not uncommon for individuals seeking visions or spiritual guidance to ascend the slopes in search of communion with the gods. The energy and power of the mountain are deeply embedded in their oral traditions, and they warn visitors to be respectful, as the mountain holds forces that we may not fully understand. This connection to ancient spirits and the belief that Mount Shasta is a spiritual axis of the world set the stage for the strange phenomena that people continue to report to this day. The legend of the lost civilization of Lemuria. One of the most persistent and unusual legends connected to Mount Shasta is the story of Lemuria, an ancient advanced civilization said to have existed thousands of years ago. According to this legend, Lemuria was a vast continent located in the Pacific Ocean. When it sank beneath the waves, its surviving inhabitants supposedly found refuge deep within the earth, with Mount Shasta acting as their entrance to a subterranean world. This idea gained popularity in the late 19th century, thanks in part to Frederick Spencer Oliver, whose book, A Dweller on Two Planets, claimed that the Lemurians lived in the hidden city of Telos, deep beneath Mount Shasta. According to Oliver and later followers of the legend, the Lemurians were highly advanced beings, capable of telepathy, and had developed technologies far beyond anything known to the modern world. Many who visit Mount Shasta today report seeing tall figures wandering the forests, believed by some to be the descendants of the Lemurians. Others claim to have seen strange lights on the mountain at night, or have had inexplicable encounters with beings who exude an otherworldly energy. According to believers, these beings are not of our time, but relics of this lost civilization, still living beneath the mountain and occasionally emerging to observe humanity. The Telos legend continues to captivate the imagination of visitors, particularly those interested in New Age philosophy and spiritualism. For them, Mount Shasta is not just a mountain, but a doorway to other dimensions and hidden realms of knowledge. unexplained disappearances, and strange encounters. Perhaps one of the most unsettling aspects of Mount Shasta's mystery is the strange number of disappearances and eerie encounters reported over the years. There have been numerous cases of people vanishing, sometimes for hours, days, or even weeks, only to reappear with no memory of what happened to them. One of the most famous stories involves a young boy who disappeared while camping with his family in the Mount Shasta wilderness in 2011. The boy was found several hours later, unharmed but disoriented. When asked where he had been, he told his parents that he had been taken to a cave by a woman who looked exactly like his grandmother, but who wasn't her. In the cave, he said, there were strange humanoid creatures that examined him before he was allowed to leave. This story is chilling not only for the experience itself, but for the fact that other similar accounts have been reported around Mount Shasta. People who have spent time in the area have described encountering doppelgangers, beings that look identical to friends or family members, but who give off an unsettling otherworldly vibe. These encounters suggest that Mount Shasta may be more than just a mysterious mountain. It could be a location where the fabric of reality itself is thin, allowing strange entities to emerge. Other hikers and adventurers have reported feelings of time displacement, where hours seem to vanish with no memory of what occurred. Some claim to have lost track of time completely while walking near the mountain, only to wake up miles from where they had been, with no recollection of how they got there. The mountain's history of disappearances, coupled with the bizarre experiences of those who have returned, has given it a reputation as a place where the boundaries of time and space seem to break down. UFO sightings and extraterrestrial encounters. In addition to its legends of ancient civilizations and strange disappearances, Mount Shasta has long been considered one of the most mysterious locations in the United States, not only for its deep spiritual history, but also for its reputation as a UFO hotspot. For decades, residents, visitors, and even researchers have reported strange, unexplained aerial phenomena around the mountain. Anomalous lights, glowing orbs, and even craft-like objects that defy conventional explanations. The UFO sightings around Mount Shasta have attracted the attention of UFO researchers and paranormal investigators, many of whom believe the mountain may be a focal point for extraterrestrial activity. While there are countless stories and personal experiences, several notable and recurring patterns emerge. Recurring UFO sightings. Many of the UFO sightings reported at Mount Shasta involve strange lights moving erratically in the night sky. Witnesses describe glowing orbs or bright objects that hover above the mountain or move in ways inconsistent with known aircraft. These sightings often occur in the early evening or late at night, when the sky is clear and the mountain's peak is easily visible. Witnesses have reported similar sightings, often describing glowing orbs, fast-moving disks, or strange lights descending toward the mountain, as if entering or exiting from an unseen base within the peak. Another recurring feature in the lore surrounding Mount Shasta involves the lenticular clouds that frequently form around the mountain's peak. These clouds, which are disc-shaped and stationary, are often mistaken for UFOs due to their unusual, saucer-like appearance. While meteorologists explain lenticular clouds as a natural atmospheric phenomenon, formed when moist air flows over a mountain and creates standing wave patterns, their resemblance to flying saucers has only fueled speculation. Over the years, many have claimed that these clouds conceal UFOs, hiding extraterrestrial craft from human eyes. The area's reputation for UFO activity only adds to the intrigue. And for many believers, the lenticular clouds are not just atmospheric formations, but cover for alien ships entering and exiting the mountain. Mount Shasta's connection to extraterrestrial lore. One of the reasons Mount Shasta is often linked to extraterrestrial activity is the mountain's long-standing association with New Age beliefs and spiritual phenomena. Over the years, many people have come to believe that Mount Shasta is not just a physical place, but a portal to other dimensions, or a location where interdimensional beings and extraterrestrial entities can traverse into our world. Some New Age groups and UFO enthusiasts believe that Mount Shasta may serve as a landing site or base for alien visitors, particularly due to the recurring reports of lights entering or exiting the mountain's peak or surrounding wilderness. There are also theories that extraterrestrial beings may live or operate beneath the surface of the mountain, hidden from view, possibly utilizing the underground caverns and lava tubes beneath the volcano. Regardless of the explanation, the frequency of UFO reports around Mount Shasta has turned the mountain into a destination for those hoping to catch a glimpse of something out of this world. Whether these sightings are extraterrestrial or simply unexplained natural phenomena remains a mystery. Energy vortexes and spiritual pilgrimage. Beyond its paranormal encounters, Mount Shasta is also believed to be one of the world's most powerful energy vortexes. For decades, spiritual seekers have flocked to the mountain, claiming that the area is rich with cosmic energy that can heal, inspire, and transform those who visit. An energy vortex is believed to be a place where the Earth's natural energy fields are particularly strong, creating a spiral of electromagnetic energy. Visitors to Mount Shasta often describe feeling an intense connection to the Earth and the cosmos, with some reporting spiritual awakenings, visions, or profound feelings of peace and harmony. Many New Age groups and spiritual practitioners hold retreats, workshops, and pilgrimages on the mountain, seeking to tap into the powerful energy that Mount Shasta is said to emit. Some come for healing, others for enlightenment, and many for a deeper connection to the mysteries of the universe. For them, Mount Shasta is not just a place of physical beauty, but a sacred site where the spiritual and material worlds collide. But as with all things associated with Mount Shasta, the energy of the mountain is said to be unpredictable. Some visitors report feeling overwhelmed or even frightened by the intensity of the mountain's energy, as if the forces at play are not entirely benevolent. A mountain of shadows and mysteries, Mount Shasta is a place where the known and the unknown collide, where legends of ancient civilizations and modern UFO sightings coexist. Whether you believe in the stories of Lemurians, UFOs, or energy vortexes, there's no denying that Mount Shasta holds an eerie, magnetic power over those who venture near it. Its strange energy, unexplained phenomena, and deep spiritual significance make it one of the most mysterious and unsettling places on Earth. The strange phenomena don't stop in the West. Travel east, deep into the woods of Massachusetts, and you'll find a land some believe is cursed. From glowing orbs to phantom beasts and cult activity, the Bridgewater Triangle is a vortex of the unexplained, and it's still active. The Bridgewater Triangle is one of Massachusetts' most enigmatic and chilling areas, long associated with paranormal phenomena and unsettling mysteries. Situated in the southeastern part of the state, this roughly 200-square-mile region includes parts of Bridgewater, Rehoboth, Abington, and other surrounding towns. For decades, it has captured the imagination of locals and paranormal enthusiasts alike, thanks to its eerie occurrences and chilling legends. Hockomock Swamp, at the heart of the Bridgewater Triangle, is one of the most mysterious and eerie locations in all of New England. Spanning over 16,000 acres, it is the largest freshwater swamp in Massachusetts and serves as a vast wilderness full of twisting trees, murky waters, and fog-covered marshlands. Its foreboding landscape feels removed from time itself, lending the area an unsettling atmosphere that has fostered countless ghost stories, paranormal legends, and unexplained occurrences. The swamp's sinister reputation stretches back to before European settlers arrived, with the region holding significant cultural and spiritual importance to the indigenous Wampanoag people. The Wampanoag believed that Hockomock Swamp was a place where spirits resided, a powerful and dangerous realm not to be disturbed. In their language, Hockomock translates to place where spirits dwell. The swamp was thought to be sacred, yet also fearsome, where the line between the physical world and the supernatural was unusually thin. Native oral histories tell of mysterious lights, strange creatures, and even hostile spirits that would confront anyone venturing too deep into the swamp. For the Wampanoag, it was not just a natural place, but a liminal space, tied to the spiritual fabric of their existence. After colonization, European settlers viewed the swamp differently. Instead of reverence, they largely saw it as a dangerous, inhospitable land best avoided. Due to its size and dense, boggy terrain, the swamp acted as a natural barrier against development. And in the 17th century, It became a hideout for the Wampanoag during the bloody conflict known as King Philip's War, 1675-1676. Led by the Wampanoag leader Metacomet, also called King Philip by the English, the native forces used the swamp to stage ambushes against settlers, striking from its depths like ghosts before vanishing back into the tangled wilderness. To this day, some say that Metacomet's spirit still roams the swamp, a restless warrior bound to the land by the trauma and bloodshed of that violent period. In modern times, the legends of the Hockomock Swamp have only grown. It has earned the reputation as a place teeming with paranormal activity, with tales ranging from ghostly apparitions to cryptid creatures. One of the most persistent legends involves sightings of massive, bipedal creatures that resemble Bigfoot. Over the years, multiple witnesses have reported seeing large, hairy humanoid figures wandering through the swamp's dense underbrush. These creatures are often described as being 6 to 8 feet tall, covered in dark fur, and moving with a strange, lumbering gait. Despite the swamp's inaccessibility, a number of cryptozoologists and Bigfoot enthusiasts have conducted investigations in the area, hoping to uncover evidence of this elusive swamp creature. In addition to Bigfoot sightings, the swamp is also notorious for strange lights and phantom fires, often referred to as spook lights. These glowing orbs, which float above the boggy waters or drift between the trees, have been witnessed by numerous people over the centuries. Some believe these lights are the spirits of the dead, while others think they could be a natural phenomenon, such as swamp gas or bioluminescence. Yet, those who have encountered the lights describe a deep sense of foreboding, as if the orbs are intelligent and even malevolent. The lights seem to lead travelers deeper into the swamp, where it is all too easy to become lost in the endless maze of wetlands. Another chilling element of Hockomock Swamp's paranormal legacy is the sighting of giant bird-like creatures. In the 1970s, several reports emerged of large, thunderbird-like creatures flying over the swamp. Described as having massive wingspans, some witnesses estimated up to 12 feet, and dark, leathery skin, these creatures struck fear into those who spotted them, with comparisons made to prehistoric pterodactyls. Though these sightings have since dwindled, they remain part of the rich tapestry of mystery surrounding the swamp. Beyond cryptids and ghostly apparitions, the swamp has also been linked to a number of unexplained disappearances. Over the years, several people who ventured into the swamp have either disappeared without a trace or been found later in a disoriented state, unable to explain what happened to them. While some may chalk these incidents up to the treacherous nature of the terrain, dense underbrush, hidden bogs, and quicksand-like mud can make navigation perilous, others believe there's something more sinister at work. Perhaps the spirits of the swamp, as the Wampanoag warned long ago, do not take kindly to intruders. One of the most well-known cryptids allegedly roaming the triangle is the Pukwudgie, a small, troll-like being from Wampanoag folklore. These creatures are said to be mischievous, but at times they exhibit more sinister tendencies, such as leading travelers astray or causing accidents. Several witnesses have claimed to see these creatures lurking in the depths of the Hockomock Swamp. The triangle is also infamous for its UFO sightings, with reports dating back to the 1960s. Perhaps the most widely publicized event occurred in 1979, when multiple witnesses described seeing a large, triangular-shaped craft hovering silently over the area. The unexplained object moved with an otherworldly grace, further cementing the triangle's reputation as a hotbed for extraterrestrial encounters. In addition to cryptids and UFOs, the Bridgewater Triangle has also been linked to numerous reports of spectral apparitions. Haunted locations dot the region, with some of the most chilling stories involving the Dighton Rock, an 11-foot-high boulder covered in strange, undecipherable carvings. Some believe these carvings hold clues to the ancient mysteries of the area, and theories abound regarding their origins, with some suggesting Viking explorers or even extraterrestrials were responsible. Hornbein School, located in Rehoboth, Massachusetts, offers a fascinating glimpse into the past. though its charm is contrasted by a somewhat eerie reputation. Built in 1845, this one-room schoolhouse functioned for over a century, closing its doors in 1937. While it has since been restored and now operates as a museum, Hornbein School remains steeped in history, serving as a relic of 19th century education. Over the years, some visitors to the school have reported strange occurrences, such as phantom footsteps, disembodied voices, and the occasional flickering lights. Those intrigued by the paranormal claim that the spirits of former students or teachers may still linger. One of the Triangle's most infamous ghost sightings comes from the Taunton State Hospital, a former asylum known for its dark history. Established in the 19th century, the hospital housed countless patients, many of whom endured horrific conditions. Over the years, several visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures and hearing disembodied voices echo through the crumbling halls of this abandoned facility. The air is said to grow thick with dread, as though the building itself is alive with the tortured souls of those who perished there. The mysterious Freetown Fall River State Forest, another notorious site within the Triangle, adds to the unsettling history of the region. In addition to being a known site for UFO sightings and cryptid encounters, this forest has a dark reputation linked to cult activity. In the late 1970s and 1980s, local police investigated several cases of animal mutilations and discovered evidence of satanic rituals being performed deep within the woods. The sinister undercurrents of this location have only intensified the Triangle's reputation as a center of malevolent energy. The Bridgewater Triangle remains a place shrouded in mystery, where history and folklore intertwine, and the unexplained lingers in every shadow. Its dark tales continue to spark curiosity, offering more questions than answers. Whether these legends stem from long-held cultural beliefs or something far more elusive, the eerie aura of the region endures. For many, stepping into the Triangle is akin to stepping into another world, a world where reality, legend, and fear blend together. Further south, a desolate stretch of land in Utah hides one of the most documented paranormal hotspots in the country. Skinwalker Ranch isn't just haunted. It's a battlefield of strange science, cryptids, and interdimensional encounters. What's buried there refuses to rest. Located in northeastern Utah, Skinwalker Ranch sits on over 500 acres in the Uinta Basin. The ranch gets its name from the Native American legend of the Skinwalker, a shape-shifting witch or medicine man capable of transforming into various animals and controlling them. The land itself is steeped in Navajo and Ute history, with a dark curse said to be cast on the land centuries ago. Legend has it that during a brutal conflict between the Ute tribe and the Navajo cursed the land, summoning the Skinwalkers to torment their enemies, and from then on, strange occurrences became a part of the land's fabric. It's said that these beings have been prowling the area ever since, taking on the forms of animals, like wolves or coyotes, and terrorizing anyone who ventures too close. Fast forward to the modern era. In 1994, a family known as the Shermans purchased the ranch, unaware of its dark history. Shortly after moving in, they started experiencing unexplainable phenomena. Imagine moving into what you think is your dream ranch, only to be greeted by creatures with glowing red eyes, strange lights in the sky, and mutilated cattle on your property. That's exactly what happened to the Shermans. Their encounters with bizarre and terrifying phenomena began almost immediately. One of the first things they noticed were enormous wolf-like creatures that seemed too large to be natural. In one incident, a massive wolf approached the family, seemingly unafraid of humans. When it attempted to attack a calf, the family shot it multiple times, but the bullets didn't seem to affect the beast. It simply trotted away, leaving the Shermans shaken and baffled. But that was just the beginning. Soon after, the family began finding their cattle mutilated in horrifying ways. The animals were found with surgical precision, organs removed, blood drained, and no evidence of what caused the deaths. The mutilations defied any logical explanation. There were no footprints, no signs of struggle, just lifeless animals, dismembered and drained, left behind without a trace of the perpetrator. And if that wasn't terrifying enough, strange lights began to appear over the ranch. The family reported seeing glowing orbs, beams of light, and even UFOs hovering over their property. On one occasion, they witnessed what can only be described as a portal opening in the sky, with strange figures emerging from it. Imagine standing in the dark rural night and seeing a gateway to another dimension opening above your head. It wasn't just the Shermans who experienced these strange events. Neighbors and visitors to the area have also reported similar sightings over the years. From mysterious creatures roaming the land to unexplained electrical malfunctions, Skinwalker Ranch became a paranormal hotspot that defied all logic and reason. The activity became so intense that, after 2 years of unrelenting terror, the Sherman family finally abandoned the ranch. But the story doesn't end there. In 1996, a wealthy businessman named Robert Bigelow, known for his interest in the paranormal and UFO phenomena, purchased the ranch. Bigelow's intention was to study the strange occurrences in a scientific manner. He established the National Institute for Discovery Science, NIDS, and assembled a team of scientists, researchers, and investigators to monitor and study the ranch. The team set up surveillance cameras, sensors, and other equipment to capture any anomalies. For years, they studied the ranch, and while the equipment often malfunctioned in mysterious ways, they did manage to capture some unusual activity. They witnessed strange lights in the sky, and the mutilation of cattle continued, even with surveillance in place. However, the most baffling aspect of the phenomena was how elusive it was. Despite their best efforts, the team was never able to fully explain what was happening on the ranch. One of the most unsettling incidents involved a creature with yellow, glowing eyes. The investigators observed it lurking in a tree and attempted to shoot it down. But just like the Sherman family's experience with the massive wolf, the bullets seemed to have no effect. When they searched the area afterward, they found large, clawed footprints, but no creature in sight. In another disturbing encounter, the team witnessed a strange, smoky black mass hovering above the ground. As they approached it, the mass seemed to disappear into thin air, leaving no physical evidence behind. But perhaps one of the most terrifying stories involves what the researchers described as a portal. On several occasions, they witnessed a bright orange light in the sky that appeared to open up like a tunnel or gateway. Through this portal, they claimed to see otherworldly creatures or objects, though they never managed to capture definitive proof on camera. The question remained, was this a portal to another dimension, another time, or something far more sinister? The phenomena at Skinwalker Ranch were so varied and bizarre that even the scientists who studied the area for years couldn't come to a consensus about what was happening. UFOs, cryptids, poltergeist-like activity, and even time distortions were reported during their investigations. Every theory seemed plausible and implausible at the same time. Was it aliens? A government experiment gone wrong? Or was it something older, darker, and tied to the very land itself? In 2016, the ranch was sold to a private group, and its investigation continued under even more secrecy. Access to the ranch is now tightly controlled, and the new owners have heightened security and continued their own research into the bizarre activity. However, little information has been shared with the public since the change in ownership, further adding to the mystery and speculation surrounding the site. Despite all the efforts to study Skinwalker Ranch, one thing remains certain: the land is not normal. The strange occurrences persist to this day, and those who visit the ranch often leave with more questions than answers. Some believe the ranch is a paranormal hotspot, others believe it's cursed, and still, others think it may be a point of contact with extraterrestrial beings. Whatever the truth may be, Skinwalker Ranch remains one of the most terrifying and unexplained places on Earth. As we conclude our journey into the chilling mysteries of Skinwalker Ranch, one thing is clear: this place defies explanation. Is it cursed land haunted by ancient spirits, a meeting point between worlds, or a playground for extraterrestrial visitors? Whatever the truth may be, one fact remains: Skinwalker Ranch is a place where the line between reality and the unknown blurs. You've heard the ghost stories, you've seen the horror movies, but these places, they're real. From ghost-infested hotels to roads no GPS wants to follow, carefully researched, creepy as hell. And yes, you can actually visit them. If you're that kind of curious, this is your guide. The top 25 most creepy US destinations pulls back the curtain on the darkest corners of America. Order your copy today. And finally, we head north, into the cold, silent wilderness of Alaska. A place where more people have vanished without a trace than anywhere else in North America. Some blame nature. Others say something else is taking them. This is the Alaska Triangle. The Alaska Triangle, a remote area that stretches from Anchorage in the south to Juneau in the southeast, and all the way up to Barrow at the state's northernmost point. This massive, desolate region covers some of the most rugged, untamed terrain in the world. Vast forests, icy mountain ranges, and endless stretches of wilderness that seem to go on forever. It's no wonder that so many people get lost here. But is it just the wilderness that's to blame? Over the past 50 years, more than 16,000 people have mysteriously vanished in this region. Planes, boats, hikers, hunters, gone without a trace. No wreckage, no bodies, no clues. The most famous of these disappearances happened in 1972, when a plane carrying 2 US congressmen vanished without a trace. Despite one of the largest search and rescue missions in US history, neither the plane nor its passengers were ever found. Some say the brutal, unforgiving landscape of the Triangle is to blame, but others believe there's something much more sinister at work. One of the leading theories is extraterrestrials. UFO sightings have been reported in Alaska for decades, particularly within the Triangle. People have witnessed mysterious lights in the sky, strange flying objects moving at impossible speeds, and even entire ships disappearing into the clouds. There are reports of pilots flying over the Triangle, only to experience bizarre electrical malfunctions and sudden changes in weather. Some have described encountering what they could only call portals, vortexes of energy that opened in the sky, as if the fabric of reality was ripping apart right before their eyes. And it's not just in the air. Deep in the wilderness, hunters and hikers have reported seeing strange humanoid creatures. Some of these creatures resemble the legendary Bigfoot, a towering, hairy beast said to roam the forests of North America. Alaskan natives have their own version of this cryptid, called the Hairy Man. According to local legend, the Hairy Man is a massive, human-like creature that lives in the remote forests and mountains, hunting at night and dragging people away to never be seen again. Could these creatures be responsible for some of the disappearances in the Alaska Triangle? While there's no hard evidence to prove their existence, the sheer number of eyewitness accounts makes it hard to dismiss these stories outright. People who have encountered the Hairy Man describe feeling an overwhelming sense of dread and terror, as if the creature radiates a malevolent energy. It's said that if you hear the Hairy Man's howl echoing through the trees, it's already too late. He's coming for you. But cryptids and UFOs aren't the only things to fear in the Alaska Triangle. The region is also steeped in native Alaskan folklore, which tells of malevolent spirits and beings that roam the land. One of the most terrifying legends is that of the Kushtaka, a shape-shifting creature from Tlingit folklore. The Kushtaka, or land otter man, is said to lure people away from their homes by mimicking the cries of women and children. Once its victims are isolated, the Kushtaka reveals its true form, a grotesque, monstrous figure, and drags them off to a fate worse than death. According to legend, the Kushtaka can take on the form of both humans and animals, making it nearly impossible to detect until it's too late. In fact, many locals believe that the Kushtaka is responsible for many of the disappearances in the Triangle. People who have gone missing often vanish without a trace, as if they were spirited away by something not entirely human. The Tlingit people have warned for centuries that venturing into certain areas of the wilderness alone is an invitation for the Kushtaka to strike. Adding to the mystery is the unusual geomagnetic activity within the Alaska Triangle. Some scientists believe that there may be magnetic anomalies beneath the Earth's surface in this region, which could explain why so many planes and boats lose their way here. These anomalies could also be responsible for the strange lights in the sky and the bizarre electrical malfunctions experienced by pilots. But while science offers some plausible explanations, it doesn't account for everything. It certainly doesn't explain the eerie feeling of being watched that so many people report when they venture too far into the triangle. Even more disturbing is the phenomenon of missing time. Several individuals who have entered the Alaska Triangle claim to have lost hours, even days, with no memory of what happened during that time. In one chilling account, a man hiking in the wilderness reported suddenly feeling disoriented, as if reality itself was warping around him. When he came to, he was miles away from where he'd started, with no recollection of how he got there. He checked his watch and realized that what had felt like minutes to him had actually been several hours. This phenomenon of missing time is often associated with alien abduction stories, but could there be something even more mysterious at play? Some theorize that the Alaska Triangle may be a hotspot for interdimensional activity. Perhaps the disappearances, the strange lights, and the sightings of bizarre creatures are all connected to some sort of rift in the fabric of space and time. Could the Alaska Triangle be a doorway to another dimension? Despite years of investigation, we're no closer to solving the mystery of the Alaska Triangle. Thousands of people continue to go missing, and the strange occurrences show no signs of slowing down. Whether it's UFOs, cryptids, shapeshifters, or something even more terrifying, the Alaska Triangle remains one of the most chilling and unexplained places on Earth. So, what do you think? Is the Alaska Triangle just a dangerous wilderness where the unprepared meet their fate? Or is there something darker, more supernatural at work here? If you ever find yourself wandering through the wilds of Alaska, just remember, you're not alone out there. The Alaska Triangle is watching, waiting, and it doesn't always let people return. These places may be scattered across the map, but they're connected by something deeper, something we still don't understand. Whether it's disappearances, strange lights, or ancient legends, one thing is clear: not everything wants to stay hidden. This has been Tyler. Thanks for joining me on this chilling exploration of the 4 most creepy places in the US. Which of these locations would you dare to explore? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know if you've experienced any supernatural encounters in these locations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, stay curious and stay creepy. Bye for now.